been a hot second since I picked up my vlog camera. Life has been busy with school and work and travel and allergies and all kinds of other stuff going on that I may or may not fill you in on. But I thought since this week I am on a work trip to Secaucus, New Jersey for the Supply Side Connect trade show, I would bring you along with me to get back into the swing of vlogging, especially now that I'm towards the end of another semester at school, so I can actually dedicate time to vlogging and taking you with me where we go. We've got some fun things coming up in the next few months, really. So hopefully I will have time carved out for vlogging, but here we are in New Jersey. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. It has been a rough day, rough getting here. Started with me at the airport this morning, having a man back his big black truck up into the front of my little Mini, and I could not get, because in a Mini you have to like click and pull to, or click and push to make it reverse. Couldn't do that fast enough because he just started flying backwards, rammed into me, and that is what I spent my entire layover working on, was talking to my insurance company and the collision place. So super fun start to the day. And then when I got here, my Uber driver had to like circle the airport 3 times before he finally came and found me. And then we're in the Uber, and I've heard horror stories of people like disappearing and their Uber drivers not following the map. And I'm thinking, gosh, this is taking an awful long time. I've gone from the Newark airport to Secaucus, where the convention center is before. Never has it taken it this long. And sure enough, I look at the map, he's like 15 minutes out of the way. I start panicking in the back seat, as I do, and I share my location with my coworkers, and I'm like, here's the situation. He's making a U-turn right now, but I can't tell because he also doesn't speak English, which no fault of his, but also I can't ask him like, hey, we are going to my hotel, right? Like, I do know that I'm gonna end up where I'm supposed to end up. So it's been a very stressful day. I think I've had like 6 hours of stress according to my Oura ring. So we're gonna hope the rest of the evening goes a little bit better. I have to get ready now. I've got about an hour and a half or so before my coworkers and I get together for dinner, and then the show starts tomorrow. So I need to do a total refresh because I am gross and plainy and layovery and panic sweating in the back of an Uber-y, and I just need a little refresh. And there we are, transformed into a socially acceptable human. I just have on a little pink knit tank top from Mango, some white pants, cream pants from Anne Klein, nude heels, simple jewelry, and that's gonna be the look for dinner because that is the best that we can do this evening. I also was really distracted while I was packing last night because I had a list like a mile long of things I had to do. I took 2 exams yesterday for school, so my packing skills were not so good. So do I wish I had like a cute little dress or something? Absolutely, but this is just gonna have to do. I don't know if I'm going to attend the What's Up with Pumps, it's called. It's like a 6 a.m. workout they always do on the first day of a trade show. They should do it on the last day when we're all tired anyway. But I do have some school stuff that I have to get done, so I'm debating between going to the workout in the morning because I know it's a good opportunity to network, or just enjoying some sleep because I was up at 2:15 and 3:15 and 4:15, and finally at 5:15 I was like, I set my alarm for 5:30, so I might as well just get up now, and off I went to the airport. But it's gonna be a decision, I think, for when I get home this evening. We'll see how we're feeling.
Hey, Mario Boy, they always have my back for all my travel needs.
Correct. Let's get helmet to Jack.
Welcome back to the vlog. You'll notice we are no longer in New Jersey, and that is because I'm coming to you on a brand new camera. I got about halfway through the trade show last week trying to film and take you with me, as you saw, and my camera stopped being able to save things to memory. So I tried getting a new memory card because that was the first thing that ChatGPT and the internet told me to do. Got the new memory card. That did not work either. So at least now I have 2 memory cards that work just fine and a camera that is working. Here we are. The trade show was great. It was very successful. My team and I had a great time. Lots of foot traffic to the booth. We got a lot of leads, a lot of new contacts, exactly what we want from a trade show. but I just didn't get to show you anything else because of my camera situation. I couldn't just leave it either because I have so many things coming up this year that I want to take you with me to show you, and I had to have a camera that worked. For example, this weekend my in-laws are coming, which I don't know how much of that I'll show you, but just I know that we'll be going places and doing fun things, and I'll try to film while we're at it. The following week, my husband and I are going down to Florida to visit someone very dear to me. My grandpa's brother lives down near Cape Coral, so we'll be there just a few days, but still it's Florida, and I haven't been to Florida since I was like 11. And then my parents are coming in the same week that the new Pilates studio in town is opening, Pilates Addiction. I think I might have talked a little bit about that when my husband and I were in LA just trying their classes, and I'm gonna make my mother go with me if they're ready to go. So that'll be fun having my parents here for a few days. And then at the end of May, the trip to Tokyo that my husband and I are going on. It's a business trip for him. They're opening Betty Boop on Broadway, which I think I mentioned earlier, in New Jersey. If that recorded to the memory card, I don't know. If it didn't, the Betty Boop Broadway show, which I know you've seen on this channel, is coming to Japan, and they're doing a whole Japanese version, so we're going for that. And I've never been to Japan before. The only experience I have in Asia was in Singapore, which I took you with me. That is one of my favorite vlogs to look back and like rewatch. So I'm very excited to be filming in Tokyo. But obviously for all of these things, I had to have a camera that actually worked. I'm not going to ramble too long here because I do have a little bit of school stuff I have to wrap up this coming week. Today is Sunday. This coming week is the final week of the semester. I'm so excited because I feel like one of the last videos I put up before this little pause that has been a few months now, I know, I was saying how it was the start of the semester. And I do want to do a little chatty, like sit down about school because it is very difficult to find time to vlog and edit and kind of stay on a schedule when you also have exams and assignments and lectures to watch while also having a full-time job. So I do apologize again for the pause here between vlogs, but while I've got a couple weeks between semesters, I do want to give you kind of a play-by-play, fill you in on everything going on with my degree and share what that's been all about. What is it, buddy? Hello, it is Monday now, and I'm just getting ready to go out to the gym, get a little workout in, and I'm going to what I'm going to call the far gym because we've left the Crunch Fitness world of gyms just because it's a little bit further away. It's like on the other side of town, and we joined the Planet Fitness, which is much closer to our house, but canceling that membership, I had still committed to another 3 months. So I have my Crunch membership for like another month and a half, and then I'll just be exclusively at Planet and the Pilates studio. But anyway, I wanted to jump on and take you with me because I have to drive the monstrosity of a vehicle they gave me at Enterprise because, as I mentioned, I think the Mini got backed into in the parking garage of the airport. And they just told me today that I will not get it back until May 15th. And that makes me very unhappy. So even though it was 100% liability on the other guy because he just decided to back up without even looking behind him, I am now without my sweet, sweet Kermit for the next many weeks. And I just feel like a soccer mom in the vehicle they gave me. It's much bigger than I care for. Let me show you. I cannot tell you how sad it makes me to see this thing in my garage where my Mini Cooper should be. It's just, it's so big. Do I actually need all of this? No. Ugh, and there's no good place to put you because the little center console thing that I have in the Mini is different and there's just a big screen. And I feel like even though I'm glad that at least my deductible will be covered, I feel like when you are without car for as long as I will be, and I'm sure that a few weeks without a car is not nearly as bad as some people have it where their cars are totaled and maybe they're in trouble or hurt, but I just feel like the inconvenience of not having your own car and having the liability of a monster like this, I feel like they should do more than that. Just arrived to the gym and I want to see how I did parking because last time I came to the gym I was not even close to being in the lines because this thing is just spatially so much different than the Mini. Okay, how'd we do? Ah, so close. I requested a compact car at the rental place, and to them a compact car apparently is a giant RAV4. Josephine. Hey baby. It is like 3:30 on Wednesday, and I'm just getting ready to go for a walk because I've been cooped up at my desk all day, and I just need to get out and get some fresh air. And I think we're finally to the time of the year where my allergies will allow me to survive, because most of March and April have been absolutely miserable with the allergies. It's been a really bad year. Yesterday I did not go to the gym because I was so frustrated. Y'all, I don't know. Health insurance is going to be the death of me, ironically enough. I got billed incorrectly by my dermatologist, and I spent the entire afternoon yesterday arguing with them. And what's most frustrating to me is that they couldn't even give me a reason why they charged me for the code they did. They just said, no, that's just what the provider decided, so you have to deal with it. And now I'm no medical biller. But if somebody is arguing with you about why they were charged for a code that was so ludicrous for what was actually done in the visit, I would imagine that you would actually tell them why. Like, was it because you prescribed me a steroid cream indefinitely, which by the way has screwed up my hormones? Was it another reason? Was it a misprint? What was the reason? So between talking to my useless billing office, my dermatologist, talking with my health insurance people who told me something totally different, I now have come to understand that if you don't agree with what your provider charged you, you can file a grievance, or you can call your health insurance and they will have your provider do an internal review. So I have become a worst nightmare to a provider, but I'm very aware of the medical bills that I get, because a couple of years ago I had an issue, shall we say, with my IUD, and it required a very special appointment to get it taken out. And I got charged, it was like $3,000, and then after insurance, I paid like $840 or something. Yeah, that's a whole other story. But I paid it in like July, and then I got the same bill 3 more times for that exact same visit, and the insurance would be applied and then removed, and then applied and then removed. And I called my insurance and I'm like, listen, what is going on here? Because I paid this bill. And the OB's office couldn't tell me what was going on. My insurance was like, you don't owe anything. Ignore it. Don't pay it. Just ignore it. It's an error on their end. And I didn't pay it, and it came again, and I didn't pay it, and it came again, and I called my insurance, and they're like, nope, don't worry about it. And here we are, 3 years later, and I haven't paid it, and they've stopped sending it. So be aware is the moral of the story. Be aware of what you're getting charged for when you see those bills come through, because chances are it's wrong. All right, enough of that rant. I'm gonna get going on my walk here because I have not had fresh air and like a proper outdoor time in like a week. And I feel like it's starting to show. I'm gonna get my working hard. I think there's a new episode. Yes, perfect. I love when they're like an hour long because that is the perfect length for a good size walk. It seems like we're having a very active day today, but that is not true. I just went on a walk and I'm just catching back up with you now that it's a while later. The end of the workday has come and gone, and I'm just getting ready for tennis. Actually, let me show you this outfit because my husband got it for me for Christmas. I'm gonna put you on the plant without killing it. Is it possible? So this is the outfit for tennis. We joined a club in our area, and I started taking tennis lessons in March, and it's going very well. I'm finding out that I'm still very much the competitive person that I have always been, and it is coming out, and I need to just stifle that down because I'm trying to make friends. Well, tennis was fun last night. There were 3 of us who showed up, And it's just nice to have people to practice technique and learn how to actually play the game. So I've been doing that every week for the last like month and a half. But I wanted to show you a package that just arrived because I am coming up on my 4th semester of school. This coming weekend is the last round of exams for the current semester, and I'll be diving into a vitamins and minerals class, and then I also have, it's called Lifelong Healing with Food. So there were a few books that I had to order. Most of the books are provided digitally, which is really nice in an online program. However, I like to have physical copies because as much as I travel, I can't always whip the laptop out on, you know, a plane ride or something. So the first one was this Omnivore's Dilemma. It's by Michael Pollan. And I'm not really sure what this is about. Buffeted by one food fad after another, America is suffering from what can only be described as a national eating disorder. Will be fast food tonight. Omnivore's Dilemma is changing the way Americans think about politics, perils, and the pleasures of eating. I'll have to read that before the semester starts. It said it was a pre-read for the Lifelong Healing with Food class. Okay, then the other one is a textbook, and this is for the same class. And it is available online again, but I like having things that I can put sticky notes and highlight in. And that is Advanced Nutrition and Human Metabolism. And it's a big old hardcover, which is not ideal. Because hardcovers make your backpack a lot heavier. And when I already travel with 2 laptops wherever I go, it's not really ideal to have a hardcover. If you're new here and wondering what I am going to school for, last summer I started my master's program in human nutrition because I work in the nutrispace, so nutraceuticals like vitamins, supplements. I work in the ingredient side of that, and I'm often meeting with R&D people, innovators, people that I'm trying to sell ingredients to, and I have to be able to talk them through the science. So to understand all of that and that whole world better was the main goal for getting the master's degree, just to be a little bit more conversational with the science. And I've been loving it. It's been challenging, for sure, especially having a full-time job and a husband and a house and 3 cats and travel and all of those things that take up a lot of time. But overall, I'm really glad that I'm doing it. 2 years was going to go by, whether I was studying or not. So now I've got the books, ready to dive into semester number 4. But first I do get like a 2.5-week break between semesters, which is nice. So all that I need to do is read this. Also, I'm very excited because I ordered lunch today. I don't let myself order lunch very frequently, maybe once every week, once every other week, which still sounds like a lot. But when you work from home all day and you're by yourself, it's kind of nice to have like a little exciting something to look forward to. So I have some pho coming, and it should be here like any minute. I almost always get a spring roll, and I like this place. It's called Vui's, but I like that they don't put pork in with the shrimp because I'm finding a lot of places do. Then I get the chicken pho, and I get it without jalapeno because I don't love the super spicy lunch. And then they wrap the broth separately so it doesn't spill all over everything. I also usually microwave it when it gets here because even though the broth is hot, everything else is cold. So I always put it in a ceramic dish so I can microwave it and then take it up to my office. I'm gonna take this upstairs, get back to work, and I will check back in with you later. So I'm just cutting some flowers that I got at Costco. They're so pretty. There's roses and lilies and all kinds of fun spring florals in there. I feel like they just brighten up your house and just make it a lot happier and more exciting. We had a bit of a scary moment with one of our cats on Easter because we thought we found him chewing on a lily petal. And if you know anything about lilies and cats, they do not mix. And thankfully he hadn't like ingested any of it and he had like barely touched it. But apparently if they do eat lilies or like get to the pollen or the stem or any part of it is like really toxic to cats, you have to take them to the emergency room, leave them there for like 3 days, and they have to flush their kidneys with IV fluids. And all of that sounds very traumatic. I will say though, Sigmund is not the smartest cat. Like I feel like most animals, if they know something is poisonous to them, they avoid it. Sigmund's kind of the opposite because we're pretty sure he has an eating disorder.
in that his mom he was separated from his mom when he was too young and like not done nursing. And I don't say that lightly because I understand that eating disorders are a big deal. I myself had one as a teenager. It's not fun. So not making light, but Sigmund does have a very, very intense food fixation that none of our other cats have. And so he doesn't quite have that. It's toxic. I should avoid it. Reflex that I feel like most animals, they can smell that something is not meant for them. And there she is, our beautiful, almost spring celebration. Oh, I just broke you. I'm sorry. Costco does have really good flowers, though. We actually did all the flowers from our wedding from Costco. Costume change. No, I'm kidding. It's the next day now. And I've just decided, because it is Friday after all, I need to go out and run an errand, get some coffee, because I'm exhausted and it's only 11:30 in the morning. So I thought I'd take you with me because it is a beautiful day outside, which is a nice change of pace. Where are the kittens? Oh, there she is. Hello. Hi. I really don't like that the steering wheel is right in front of you, but I have nowhere else to put you in this boat. Oh, I heard back from the auto place this morning and they said that the repairs on my Mini were coming along. So I don't know if that means it's going to be ready sooner than the May 15th that they gave me, because I would really like it back sooner than that. I'm getting so sick of this car. On my way home from quick errand to Sprouts, and I stopped at Starbucks, and my new favorite drink is this purple ube. I get it on a cold brew, or just, I think I just said iced coffee actually, but it is so good. It is so good. I know that it's like minimal amount of actual ube in this, but it tastes really good, and it does the job getting me energized for the rest of the day. It's Sunday, and we just got through a morning of watching CBS Sunday Morning and reading the New York Times. Just let the cats have some outdoors time. And unfortunately now, I have to take my 2 final exams for my master's program. Once these are over, I can relax. And just like that, we're done with semester number 3 at the master's program. I am so relieved to be done with those exams. One was a comprehensive exam, which is just cruel. The other one I aced. So TBD on the comprehensive exam, because some teachers don't let you see your score right away. I don't know if they're looking to see, like, are all my students just gonna absolutely tank and I'll have to give a curve, or I don't know. So awaiting one. I had a 95 or 96 going into these exams in both classes. So I know for sure the one I have ended up with an A, which is awesome. And the other one, hopefully I'll find out soon, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, if you're in school right now, do they let you see your exams when you're done? Because I have had a few teachers where you have to do like a lockdown browser so that they know you're not cheating, and you have to do like full video panorama of your room and ceiling and under your desk, like very thorough. But then when you're done, usually it will pull up a sheet where you see all the answers and there's a green check or a red X, so you know what you got wrong. However, there are some teachers who say it's a program policy thing that you can't see what you got wrong. Seems counterproductive to the learning process to say you get an 85 on an exam, you just have to deal. You don't get to see what you got wrong. It's just, you just got some wrong and I can't show you which ones. And that just seems, I don't know. Let me know down below if you are also in school right now and that is the case. Because they used to, like in elementary school, they would give us our exams after the fact and you could look at them and review and use those to study for a final or just to know the material. I don't know. I'm just very excited. That is why I'm talking so fast, because I'm done. Today, and I am on my way out to go to First Watch, which is a fun little breakfast spot in town, because I feel like the last couple of weeks, I feel like I'm stuck. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Just feel like maybe working from a change of pace today will be good. And so I've got my backpack ready to go, and I'm just gonna go camp out, get some breakfast, have some coffee, and see where the day takes us. I also thought I deserved a bit of a treat this morning because I didn't vlog at all yesterday, Monday, but I did get my final exam results back and I ended both classes with an A, so it was a successful semester and I just deserve a little breakfast out. I had a lovely breakfast and I worked for probably 2 hours or so. I like that it just forces you to like focus when you're out working at a brunch. But I just want to swing through Loft really quickly because I saw they have some new like summer clothes, so why not? Okay, I just grabbed a couple things because we are going to Florida this weekend to visit my grandpa's brother. I don't know if I like this. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just very boxy. And then we have this little dress, which I like, but it's like awkwardly tapered here, and it's really tight in this area, so I don't think this is gonna work either. Now, this one I really like, but the problem is it's kind of like that last dress where it's really tight around here, but it fits everywhere else. So I don't know if that's worth getting and just dealing with it being a little bit tight, or if that's gonna be a problem. And finally, go figure, the one that is the least cute is the one that I like the most. Because it's comfortable and it's not tight anywhere. But I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Hello, it is Wednesday and I am going to wrap up this vlog very shortly because I have no idea how cohesive this has been. But I just got a package and I wanted to show you what we got from Amazon because I watched a documentary on Netflix and it was all about plastics. I think it was actually called The Plastic Detox. And it was all about plastics and how they are ruining our bodies. And basically, kind of a scary documentary to be honest. And it like tracked couples going through infertility and other people with other health issues. So anyway, my husband and I decided we will start making a bit of a effort to try and reduce plastics that we are exposed to, and the first thing we decided was of most importance was to switch our laundry tablets. So we have used Tide historically from Costco, and we're switching to Blue Land, which was very highly recommended. This has no plastics, it's cruelty-free, there's no PVAs, harsh chemicals, dyes or preservatives, phthalates or phosphates, so you basically just use these instead of laundry detergent and supposedly it's better for you. There's about 4 million brands on Amazon that offer similar claims, so take your pick. And then we also got some dryer balls because one of my coworkers told me that laundry sheets are possibly the absolute worst thing that you can possibly do if you're trying to reduce plastics. So this is made from 100% New Zealand wool. I do not remember the brand. I think it's called Handy Laundry. And basically you just throw these in with your wash when it is drying, and it like separates the clothes to allow more even distribution of heat, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna start there. I will continue slowly switching things out like dish soap and shampoo and conditioner and all that. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. Again, I apologize if it's a bit all over the place, but just getting back into it now that I've got the new camera and everything is working the way it's supposed to. I also feel like this camera quality is a lot higher than my last few videos because something was off with the focus on my camera. I noticed rewatching some of those, and oftentimes it was blurry, like parts of the London vlog, and even in Singapore, I believe, there were starting to be some blurry, I don't know, maybe the humidity in Singapore caused it. But we're back. We are back to vlogging. Tomorrow we leave for Florida for a few days, so perhaps I'll be able to vlog while we're there. And I'm gonna really try to stay on it. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in another video very soon.